Hey everyone, welcome to Lady Overlander Radio. Tonight we're speaking with Kinga of On Her Bike. Stay tuned. Grab your favorite drink, whether it's a coffee, cocktail, or tea, and get ready. It's Ladies' Night on Lady Overlander Radio. The Lady Overlander Radio podcast is sponsored by Frontrunner Outfitters, Midland Radio, Go Treads, Sport Keg, CB Adventure Supply, Adventure Trail Outfitters, Overland Spices, and the More Expo. Hey Arla, hey girl, hey.
Hello, thanks for having me.
So,
Misty, it was your
What?
birthday Tuesday.
it was my birthday yesterday.
Happy
Yep.
birthday!
Y'all saw the post? You saw
29,
it?
29.
29 is that what we're going with?
That's what I'm going
I'm
with.
going to say 21.
Oh,
I mean-
yeah, I like that better, actually.
I mean-
Yeah, 21. We're going with that.
Why not?
Yeah.
So you
what
took
do
a
we
little
have coming
siesta
up
last
this
week, right?
weekend? What?
You what? So you took a little siesta last week. Now you're
did.
back.
Yes, I did. We went out for our birthday last Wednesday. So I was out with my husband. We have the same birthday, so we went and celebrated.
Oh, nice.
And and it was really nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it cold where you are now?
It's chilly. It's getting there. It's about, what is it, in the 30s?
Oh no,
It's
you're in
in the
Florida. It's not that.
It was 29 this
Oh.
morning.
No. It's in the 30s here. I'm up in the mountains in Arkansas right now.
Oh right.
Yeah. But
I've got -5 Celsius, so I don't know how much it's like Fahrenheit. It will be low too.
It's only
Yeah.
44
Freezing
here.
and snow. Not fun.
I'm going to have to Google that. I don't know the conversion. I know it's 30-something degrees difference. I don't remember. Do you know, Arla?
I'm looking it up.
All right. While she's looking that up, we have our listeners camp out this weekend coming up, and the location was disclosed in last week's podcast episode and in last night's joint podcast episode with Professor Bats and Friends and Budget Overland. So if you don't have the coordinates yet to come to this weekend's camp out, then you need to go listen to one of those episodes and get the coordinates and join us.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun. We'll have lots and lots of things going on. Yes, ma'am.
It's 41 degrees in Poland.
Oh, there
Okay.
you go.
We're about the same temperature. We're 44.
Right on.
It's freezing. Ooh.
Look, I just got educated on something. How about that?
And what time is it there for you, Kinga?
It's 2 a.m.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
2 a.m. people. She's
She is
dedicated.
a trooper.
It's not like I've got
Awesome.
better stuff to do, at 2 a.m. in Poland.
Oh,
You might as well be on a
Winter.
podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
So why don't you go ahead and give the audience a little background on yourself and tell us how you got started into motorbiking all over the world.
Whew, how much time do we have?
We have an hour at least.
So I've been traveling around the world for the last 6.5 years. Yeah, I started in April 2017. So I'm originally from Poland, but I immigrated to Australia in 2006, lived there for 12 years. And yeah, since 2017, I'm pretty much homeless. I'm traveling on a motorcycle. It's a BMW GS 800. Her name is Chile. She's the best. She's doing very well. So yeah, we've done 100,000 miles so far across Australia, Asia, Europe, 3 years in Africa, and I just recently spent 1.5 years in just between Canada and the United States. So that's where we met, right?
are those all your miles, or did you buy the bike new, and is that all your miles? How many miles?
I already conveyed it to you. It's 100,000 miles. Yeah, but the bike was new.
Bike
new.
new. So you've
Okay.
done all those miles.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we met you back in May of this past year here at Overland
Right.
Expo West.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, in
pretty neat.
Arizona. Yeah, I was sort of on my way to Alaska, slowly but surely. Yeah. And last summer I spent between Canada, Arctic Circle, and then Alaska, and then came down across
Oh,
the
I bet
middle.
that was so beautiful.
It was so good, I tell you. Really, one of the best highlights I've done on my round the world trip. Just the fact that you could get to the Arctic Circle with your motorcycle, and I did the Dempster Highway, which is on the Canadian side,
Hmm.
because you do it like in 900 kilometers, which is like what 600 miles on gravel one way, and you
Ooh.
arrive to this village, local village, you know, which was cut off from the world for the last 2 years. I mean, just recently in 2 years, you can actually access this village. The road is done. It's a gravel. So it was magic, and being able to camp at the Arctic Ocean with your bike. Ah, yeah,
Wow. I bet that was
yeah,
so
it was
beautiful.
amazing. Yeah, and Alaska was one of the kind as well.
Oh,
For
yeah.
me, when people ask me what's the best places to go, for me, where is remote. So either deserts or like deep forests, and yeah, it was really beautiful. So for me, Namibia, Australia, Mongolia, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, now Canada, Alaska. These are the regions that I love the most because I can really be there by myself for most of the time.
Mhm.
And enjoy. I really truly enjoy the open spaces and remoteness. So that's for me the highlights of my round trip. Mm.
So would you
Wow.
describe yourself as more of an introvert?
No, definitely not. I'm a social
No.
butterfly. No,
Social
no.
butterfly.
But I like my own comfort. Like maybe because I have a YouTube channel, because I'm a content creator, because I'm a influencer. I hate that word, but yeah, let's face the truth, right?
Hmm.
Because I'm so connected all the time. So when I need to disconnect, I need to be by myself, and that's where I clear my mind from all of that. So I do love riding by myself. And then when I feel social, this is the beauty of traveling solo. If you feel social, you get to town, you go on Eye Overlander, you know where the hotspot is, and you meet other travelers, and you have a beer, and sometimes stay a few days, and okay, see you later. Now I can go by myself again.
Yeah. It's the best of both worlds, really.
I know, and I think even as a solo traveling woman, I really think you experience a trip like this on a like, bigger level than men. Because let's say Middle East, right? Because I'm a woman, I'm able to speak to women and men on the road. But if you were a man, women wouldn't be speaking to you because of the culture, right?
Hmm.
I think women can get out of that solo trip more, and there's something about it that people want to look after you, and they're really helpful, and they welcome you with open arms. If you're traveling together, and I know a lot of you traveling with a family, or with partners, or even if you're traveling with mates, you're traveling in a bubble. You eat together, you sleep together, you camp
Hmm.
together, you do everything together. You sort of like close yourself to what's going on around you. But when you're by yourself, you're so much more approachable. So I think I travel so I can meet friends actually I like traveling somewhere because I can make friends on a way. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's true. I mean, I travel full time with my family, and you're always together. So you
mm-hmm.
don't really get a lot of
Yeah.
alone time. Even though you're out and
No.
remote, you don't get a lot of alone time. That's a
And you
good
don't
point.
socialize so much with others. I think it's not
Yeah.
like if you're a family of five, whoops, random people come and it's like, hey, I've got a place for you. You can stay in my house? But that's 5 beds. When I'm by myself, it's no problem. Like, come and stay with us, right? It's just one person, so it's sort of like you're more approachable, I think.
Do you find that most people are very, and especially in other countries like over in the Middle East and in Asia and everything, are they very welcoming and very
Mm,
hospitable?
yes. Middle East, generally all Muslim countries, because not only Middle East, Turkey would be the same. Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan also. It's the culture. The Muslim culture is very welcoming, and it's in the culture. It's sort of like if a traveler comes to your house, brings the luck, to the house. So
Okay.
they're very hospitable, and it's sort of like they don't want anything in return. They really host you, and I don't know, invite you for offer you food because they really mean it. There's nothing because of the exchange, or they want to take advantage of you, or I don't know, they want money from you or whatever. It's really pure. I think that region is the most hospitable in the whole world, definitely.
That's awesome.
Mm.
So I have a really difficult question for you. You ready?
Yes.
How many countries have you been to so far?
Oh,
I don't know. I don't count. I
I didn't think
refuse
you
to
would know.
count. No,
Yeah.
I refuse to count. I refuse to count because until I finish it, and for me, it's irrelevant. I know
Yeah.
it's a fancy thing to say. Drop so many countries I've been to in my, I don't know, 6.5 years, or so many. I lucky I know how many kilometers because I bought a bike new, so I know how many. Like I can see it.
Yeah.
Like it's there. So that's the only reason I know, because the way I'm traveling is like, if a country gives me a visa for 1 month, I stay there 1 month. 3 months, I stayed there 3 months. 6 months, I stayed there 6 months. USA gave me 1 year, I stayed there for 1 year. So uh, for me, the length you are in the country, not so many miles, not so many country count, it's how much I can be in a country, so I can actually explore it. I can slow down, I can talk to people. And plus I do work on the way. I did work on my content, I film, I edit, and all of that. So it's not like I can keep going from border to border. I need to stop and I need to do my work. So for me, the length on the road, I'm going for the slowest ride around the world. This is what this is for what I'm. And the longer I'm on the road, the slower I get. Honestly, just like it just stretches and stretches. Now I only have one continent left, that will be South America. Once I'm finish my break, I will return to the US and head south. And I need minimum 3 years for South America. And I think maybe even more the way I'm going. If I'm staying in the country, and there's so many countries there, so we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
Only Mexico. Only in Mexico will be there for 6 months because they give me visa for 6 months. So I'll stay there for six
Yeah, they
months.
do.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of people, when they start traveling through Central to South America, they start in Mexico, and they do take that full 6 months to kind of plan
Mm.
the rest of their trip. So
Yeah.
I think
But
that that's
no, that's
great.
what I know my direction south, and that's about it. That's the end of my
That's
plan.
about the plan.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Like I'm so lucky because my traveling turned into my job. As long I create content, I earn money, right, on YouTube and sponsorships and all of that. I worked my ass off to get to this point. I never thought this is going to be my work. My background is civil engineering. I thought I have money for 2 years, and then once I finish these 2 years, I'll go back to Australia. I don't know. I'll go back to concrete. I specialize in concrete.
mhm.
So, but things just worked out, and I really love this lifestyle. I really love being a nomad. I'm sort of addicted to being on the move, and I can't stay in one place for too long. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
now I'm home. I'm
Mhm.
already. Oh, I think I need to go soon. Go somewhere. Keep moving. I'll do my work. Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm organized enough, and yeah, let's go back on the road. So. Mm.
Yeah, Arla always gives me a hard time because we bought this cabin I'm in right now last year, and I've maybe been here like 2 or 3 months at the most since we bought it
Mm.
because we're
Oh
always out.
wow.
Been a
Yeah.
year.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's nice.
Yep.
It's nice to come back to something familiar, right? Do you
Hmm.
do you get that after? So I sold my apartment in Sydney, so I don't have literally. I'm homeless, but it's a nice relief because there's no bills. And sometimes I was renting it, sometimes no, and then you have to organize everything, and you're on the road, it adds a little bit of stress. And now when I have
Hmm.
no bills to pay, I'm like, oh, this is good. But normally I burn out every 6 months because of the content. Like you keep going, you're filming every day. You
Wow.
wake up in a different place. You guys know how it is. You do burn out on the road. So I do have
Yeah.
normally a schedule where 6 month it's my rest month, and then I catch up on my YouTube, and then that month I cannot just be on a beach somewhere beautiful, because for me it's
Yeah.
not resting. It's still a new place. I need to return to Poland. I need to go back to Australia, be in familiar place with familiar people. So you're not on her bike, you just Kinga, you know what I mean? You with your,
Hmm.
amongst your own people. And I need that reset for my brain to actually, okay. And after 1 month, okay, I'm good to go. I'm ready to go again. Yeah. And then I enjoy it again. It's like, being on the road all over again. It's so nice.
Yeah, we were talking before we went live, and you have over 300,000 subscribers currently on YouTube. So how many hours per week would you say you're spending filming and editing, doing all of the work side of this?
I always work. If I'm not writing, because it's not just YouTube. It's it's the Instagram and Facebook, and you reply to
Hmm.
comments and reply to the messages and emails and all of that. It's a constant work. But I don't think I would be on the road for so long if I didn't have that job, because that job gives me second purpose, and I never feel lonely because I have stuff to do. I'm always busy. I'm always behind. I'm always, it's a story of my life. I'm always behind with everything. I'm in peace with it. It is what it is. I'll never be. I'll never be. It's just impossible. There's
Caught
only
up.
one
Yeah.
person who can do in 24 hours. You know what I mean? Plus traveling, plus this, plus plus plus. But it gives me purpose, and it pushed me sometimes to not being so lazy, and then actually go and explore a little. Should would I go there? Do I? Okay, no, it will be good content. I should see it. I should see it. So I put it. It motivates me, sometimes
Right.
on the road. Um, but and yeah, and I've spoken to so many travelers, sometimes backpackers, and just travelers solo. And they said, "Do you ever feel lonely?" I was like, "When I ever could, like, I don't have time to feel lonely because there's so much stuff to do on the road." So I enjoy it. I really do. It's a good job, I think.
That's awesome. So, has there ever been a moment where you've been really scared, like when you've been out
Yeah,
alone
yeah.
somewhere?
Not many, I tell you, and that happened. So I planned my route from Australia so I can go through Mongolia. I think in all podcasts, in all Mongolia is the thing that I always have to mention because a lot of people ask me about this, right? It was my dream country. So I planned the route so I can go through Mongolia, and I'll spend there 1 month. And I didn't have the good luck with people. And I'm not saying like everyone who I know loves Mongolia so much and they had an amazing experience. I had just the bad luck. So maybe I was a little bit naive as well. With well, I'll be all right,
Yeah.
and I was, and there was few situations where like, oh my god, this is not good. I like what this man wants from me or whatever. And then one situation when two guys surrendered my tent, and I felt in the middle of the night. It was like I was by myself, like literally, I was like in the tent like this, laying with two hands, which which side they're gonna unzip the tent. And I don't even have my knife. My knife is like with the bike, and I'm just laying like this, just trying to think. I can't even put my shoes on. Which way I have to run, but nothing happens. So like close calls, couple of times, but never anything that would like nothing ever really happened. And
Okay.
that all these experiences were within 4 months into my trip, and after that, nothing. Oh,
Knock
I
on
got
some
robbed.
wood.
Yeah, but I think it's here. I think
Yeah.
it's uh, you, the longer you are, the more confident you are. You're not so naive. You know the tricks. You listen to your guts. If something doesn't feel right, I don't hang around in this place.
Mhm.
If people don't feel right, I just sort of pack up and go. So I never go out at night. Little things like this, just a little bit common sense in my experience and listen to my intuition. I don't know. I feel really safe. I really do. And it's how you project yourself to people. If you're friendly, if you're nice to people, in 99% you're gonna get receive the same.
Yeah. I know that Arla and I, when we talk to people that are women that are just getting into overlanding, we talk to them about those things about trusting
Yeah.
your intuition for sure. If
Mm,
Oh
something
yeah.
doesn't feel right, absolutely, there's no shame in leaving and going somewhere
no,
else,
no.
and you're right, making eye contact with people, letting them know that that they're there,
Mm,
being
mm-hmm,
friendly and, that
mm-hmm.
kind of stuff, I really think does go a long way and
Yeah.
it can get you out of a lot of situations.
Yeah, and I tell you, it's something about being a woman on a motorcycle that men feel intimidated, and I feel so safe when I'm with my bike. It's a big bike, it's overloaded, and you by yourself, especially through the Middle East. Like people were like, "Oh, Africa," they can't believe that you're doing it by yourself. So they respect you straight away. It's a respect and a little bit intimidated. Yeah, a little bit intimidated. But I'm not so confident when I'm just walking around with my backpack. I'm so not confident. I sort of like lose my strength, And I've
Mhm.
noticed that in Egypt, I don't know how female backpackers travel through Egypt. So I packed Chile in a hostel, took a little backpack, and I went in Aswan on it's an ancient city. I went just for a little, just to walk around and see what's there. And people were like following me and whistling and all of that. I'm like, what the hell is going on? No one does it when I'm with a bike. No one ever would do that to me. And suddenly, if I feel like I'm stripped from my confidence, I'm going back. I'm not walking around. And maybe this is my rule. I never walk. That's because I don't like walking, right? But it's like my rule is 600 meters, which is like not like, I don't know, like a half a mile from my bike and back. That's my walk. That's it.
Mhm.
If it's further, if I can't get there with the bike, I'm not going. Lucky I have off-road bike, so I can get to a lot of places. But and I do miss out on a lot of hikes and stuff like that. But I just don't like walking. I was like, what's motorcycles for?
Same.
You know what I mean?
Same.
Agree.
Oh, good, good. I thought you were gonna judge me.
That's why I travel and
And
camp by car.
maybe this is the key. Just don't walk, and
Yeah.
you'll be safe.
And you'll be fine. Yeah.
Yes.
I think that maybe the bike gives you, kind of, that if you need to, you can get on it and get out of there. I think
Mhm.
Yeah.
that might be part of it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
Definitely, definitely. And when I see cyclists, right, that's tough.
Yeah.
For
Oh, yeah.
me, at the end of the day, I do a lot of wild camping, and if this place is good, but I've done this before, and you nearly set up your tent, and like something doesn't feel right. I don't know what it is. There's no one around, but I don't know. The energy is bad. I packed up. I'll just go a little bit further. There is a little bit of daylight left. But if you're cycling, this is it. It's getting dark. You like it or not, this is your place. So I really have a lot of respect for cyclists. This is way, way tougher way of traveling for sure.
Yeah, there's a family, husband, wife, and their daughter. I think she may be 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there, and they're traveling by bicycle through Turkey right now. And
Wow,
I'm following their
amazing.
journey, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it's
My
tough.
kids would not be down with that at all. I can tell you that
I'm
right
not
now.
down with that.
They'd be like, nope, I'm out. I'm gonna go call Nana
Yeah,
and Papa and make them come get me. I'm not
and
doing that. So
how old are your kids?
the 14, 14, and 12. So
Oh, okay, that's
Uh-huh.
still young.
they're at that, lovely beginning of the teen years kind of situation.
Awesome.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, awesome.
yeah, good times, good times.
Oh,
Oh, got a new
newest
subscriber.
subscriber.
Ooh. Oh, you guys like, oh wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys have notifications? Can you set it up like that?
Yeah. That's
Awesome.
people talking on the
Yeah.
podcast over here.
Oh, so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
They're saying
How many
hey
people are
and
listening? Because I'm on in the background, so I don't even know what's
I
going on
can't
there.
really tell right now. Like this one here. Hey ladies, we love you. You are so inspiring and encouraging.
Oh, thank you.
You got people saying hello.
yeah, you guys, if you want to drop some questions in the comments for
Hello.
Kinga, please do
Yeah.
so.
Ask
Yes.
me something.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
ready.
Ask me
She's up at 2 a.m.
anything.
anyway. She might as well answer
That's
questions. I
right.
mean,
Keep her away.
so yeah, really. So do you mostly camp or do you do, I heard you mention hostels too. Do you mostly
All
do?
sorts of things. Honestly,
Yeah,
I mean, you cannot camp every day. I need to
right.
charge my batteries. I camp. My favorite camping is wild camping. I really,
Mhm.
I do it. Of course, now in the US, if you're in a national park, and you want to stay in a national park, you would be the designated campground or something like that. But even across the US, I mean, you've got so many free camping options, right? And now that route that I've done, you could pull over anywhere in the forest on the side of the road, and you by yourself. Yeah, well, the bears. I was a little bit worried about the bears, I tell you, but nothing
Yeah.
happened. I had no bears, visiting me during my camping nights. But I do love something where again I'm by myself. I can recharge. I can just set up my tent, cook, watch some Netflix. I do watch Netflix. Even
Nice.
even like I don't have to have reception for like a week. Doesn't matter. I'm organized. I have everything downloaded on my
Oh yeah.
phone. Oh, it's the best thing ever.
So what's the
In
latest show you binge
Yeah, what are you
watched?
watching?
Well, I'm in Poland now, so I'm into the Polish shows, right? So yeah, I don't think they even show it in the US. So yeah, but I'm into documentaries, a lot of documentaries. Like uh, so like I had like I'm going through phases. So about like serial murderers, like what's in their
Mhm.
mind, and
Mm-hmm.
psychopaths, and that sort of stuff, narcissists,
True
and then
crime.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. All like religious cults. All I was so into it as well. I watched all of them. So that sort of stuff.
My youngest daughter and I are really into those kind of things too. That's what we watch
Yeah.
together is like a
Someone
bonding thing.
told me women watch it more than men. Men are
Yeah.
not into this sort of stuff. I wonder
Yeah.
what it is.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Got a
Research?
question. Looky here. Have you
Uh,
had any bike issues while off grid? Of course. Had to.
not really.
What?
Oh.
Okay, I tell you, Chile is so reliable. 6.5 years in a row, one flat tire, and I was in Turkey, and I was not off the grid. Like it was just like well, I had problems with the fuel pump, but again, in Turkey and in Africa because the fuel was bad. But with my bike, it's so easy to get to the fuel pump. The pump is so small, the filter is so small. So for me, it's like bang, 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 turn, changed and go. So I never had, oh, yeah, well, blown suspension, I guess, yeah, in Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan. I was like a yo-yo, but I could still ride. So nothing that I had to. Oh no! Oh no! Sorry, I did have a flat tire now in Phoenix, but it wasn't like the puncture. It was the seal. I sealed my rims, and the sealant came off, and then like it was just the tire just lost the air, and I was on the highway, and someone stopped and gave me a lift to Phoenix with his trailer. So it's just like even if I have a problem, the problem is like quickly solved. So because it's all here. I'm telling you girls, I'm like, Chile's the best. She's reliable. I thank her every day. Chile, you're doing such a wonderful job. Well done, girl. And she just doesn't let me down.
I love
I
it.
do talk to her.
I
I do
love it.
talk to her a
So
lot, like a lot. And you know what the worst? Like it's like she replies to me. It's
mm,
like we're
you
making
spend a lot of
decisions
time with that bike.
together. Yeah, we're making like decisions together. Like, so Chile, should we camp here? What should we have for lunch? Do you like that tree? Do you want to park? Do you want to be parked here? Like all of that, all day. Mm.
I
So
don't feel
so it's
alone
good.
now. I don't feel
Solo
alone.
riders, I tell ya.
I answer myself. It's all good. We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, no, she's actually replying. She's got voice in my head. Like she actually replies in my head.
Well,
Very
it's
Yeah,
good
nice.
to
you
know
don't do
you
that
weren't
with your
broken
car.
down here.
Oh, that's us. That's me in Chile. Yeah, in Namibia. There
Yeah.
you go. So
Both
that road is
meditating.
a salt road. Very
Awesome.
smooth. Yeah.
I love that picture, by the way. That's
Thank
a
you.
great shot.
That's a great picture. We have another question. We have a couple stacked up. What
Mm.
is one place you want to go but haven't been to yet? Well, that's probably your next stop.
Well, South America. I'm very curious about that continent because I've never been there at all. Even for holiday, like I've never been to South America. So I'm very curious about all of it. It's not like I have one place I want to see. I'll be in every country, so I'm looking forward to. It's for me. I get excited about every place I haven't been. So, and the country I haven't been there before. If I'm returning to, like, let's say, like I'm returning to Poland, Australia, it's like it's nice, and I go to sometimes new places, and it's nice, but I've been here before, or
Hmm.
sometimes I return to other locations for whatever reasons, for holidays or whatever, right? Like I've been to Egypt, I've been already like 3 times since I left. I don't get excited about it anymore. It's like, oh yeah, I know this place, but if it's a new country, that excitement, you're crossing the border, it's like, and I've never, and then you're so sharp, you sort of like try to notice how's the nature, how's that in connection to the previous country you just crossed, what's the similarity, what does it remind you of, and I love that moment of going in that first kilometers in new country, just crossing the border, that fresh air, so,
Just taking
do
it
you guys
in.
have the
Take it
same?
all
Yeah,
in.
do you guys have the
Hmm.
same? Yeah, so
Mhm.
I don't have like location. Okay, I tell you, my really really big dream is to go to Greenland, and I don't know if I'm ever
Oh,
going to be able to get there with a bike. Maybe one day. It's going to be very very expensive, but maybe after I finish my round the world trip, maybe that will be the time to do a project like that. And the summer is so limited, but I would love to one day to get to Greenland. Mm. And I don't
Awesome.
know if I'll be able to. but everything else is accessible apart from Greenland.
Awesome. What's
Oh,
the most memorable place that you've been to?
oh, so many. How much time we have? Well, Mongolia is one of the kind, and this is a country like, yes, I had a lot of issues there, but everywhere, there is no country like Mongolia in the whole world, and I've seen a lot, and it's like Genghis Khan is still alive. People live in still such harsh conditions in yurts and in the desert with no water. It's you, if you have the
Wow.
opportunity, you have to see Mongolia and live the traditional life and ride the horses, and it's just like it's insane. Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, because of the beauty, the Silk Route. It's a gravel, just epic gravel. You ride on 4,000 not feet but meters above the sea level. It's insane. I love Namibia, that picture that you've taken, because of the deserts and the remoteness as well. And I've done like 4,000 kilometers, which is like what, 3,000 miles, like exactly, not even seeing asphalt. That was insane riding. I love Ethiopia because it was one of the only, I think, country that wasn't really colonized. And it's when you're traveling through Ethiopia, it's like every 100 miles, you it's like you're going to another country. People dress differently, um, uh, have different hair. They build the houses in a different way. So you just I thought this is going to be everywhere on the continent, but turn out the rest of the continent is quite similar. So Ethiopia is definitely one of the kind. Sudan, I love Sudan because now, of course, you can't get to Sudan, but because of the kindness of people and pureness of it was just magic. I love Alaska and Canada, remote Canada, Yukon, where this deep forest and when there's no one and bears and Arctic bunnies and that sort of stuff. Oh, so many countries. Oh, Newfoundland is one of the kind as well. The island, on the east coast of Canada. I love Canada. Canada is like one of my favorite countries. People are so polite and
Mhm.
so nice. Oh, like I said, how much time you have? Hey, the
You have
States.
a lot.
I really enjoy my travels through States. I mean, you guys have everything. I've been 1 year. I need like 3 years for this country, but they won't let me to stay there for 3 years, and it's expensive. But like, I was rushing. It was like I spent 1 year, and everyone like, "Where you been?" Like, I only been like here, like around and this and across, and like, have you been to all the states? No, I only had 1 year. That's not enough. You know what I mean?
It's really not.
No.
It's really not.
So yeah, so I truly enjoyed the travel, and every East Coast from West Coast and South, and the people are the culture and like I
Mhm.
love Texas. And like I spent 1 month in Texas because everywhere it was snowing and couldn't get out of it, and I had just the best experience in Texas and a Big Bend National Park and
Big man.
yeah,
It's
so
beautiful.
many great memories from the States. So I hope when I come back, I will still maybe have like 3 months. So like just to go maybe like a Disney Florida, like, in California, and maybe a little bit of Nevada, like like just to see like few more things that I wanted to do, maybe off-road things, and then I'll cross to Mexico. Yeah, something like that. That's the generic plan.
Awesome.
Oh,
What do
In
you
terms of
carry with
food.
you in terms of food, like the normal stuff?
Yes. So now I'm much better. I try to eat much more healthy now, but before I was so bad. Especially in Africa, it's not like you have a choice and you're going, you get supermarkets and so depending on the continent, right? Like when I was in the States, so much choice and you can have the healthy food with you, but everywhere, like in Asia and in Africa, it would be like canned fish, instant noodles, and pasta, and then you can buy tomatoes and vegetables. You can mix it with pasta. So that was pretty much what I would be carrying. But now in the States, I was trying to buy some, like fancy, I don't know, like miso soup and some soy and this and that and lentils and that sort of stuff. Yeah, dry stuff, so you can cook and
Dry goods.
yeah, and it's light. I mean, it's not light, but at least it lasts you a long time for a few meals, right? Yeah.
and
Nice.
how many liters of water do you carry with you?
So I would carry on me 2 liters. I would have a backpack with 2 liters
Hmm.
hydration pack because I drink all the time. And then I would carry probably another 2 liters. liters. You do liters in the States? Yeah, like 2 liters.
Mhm.
Yeah,
2
they're
Yeah,
liters.
I
big bottles.
mean,
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
okay.
So that will be like on a normal day. But of course, if I know I'm going to the remote place and I'll be camping, doing wild camping for like, let's say, 5 days straight, I would take way more water because.
Yeah.
But normally you can get, no, even in Mongolia, I was able to get bottle of water on a petrol station. And petrol station would be 250 kilometers, which is like, not maybe like 150 miles away from each other, right? So yeah, you normally I was able to get water on the petrol station, so pretty much everywhere, unless you go
Okay.
into the woods. Mm.
Do you carry any kind of water filtration with you?
No, just the tablets because I buy
Okay.
water. And in the States you can drink tap water, right? But in Africa I was buying water, and I only really got stuck in Sudan. I couldn't buy water, and I arrived to the local. It's super hot, like 50 degrees Celsius, so I don't know, like bazillion Fahrenheit, it was really, really hot
Really hot
and
Fahrenheit.
really hot. And I couldn't buy water, and I was low on it. And okay, I'm just going to go to the farm and ask if they've got water. And because all the farming was on at the Nile River, they were just literally. That's why water was not for purchase, because these people were taking water from the Nile River. Well, I'm not going to drink that water from the Nile River because I know how polluted it is. They are immune to it, so for them it's okay. So then I fill up all my bladders, and then I put the tablets, and then I'll be drinking that. Yeah. We had that one
Adventure
too.
Off-Road X says it sounds like Florida when you were
Sounds
talking
like
about the
Florida.
heat. And
Hot.
Right.
did you get a chance to go to Florida, or did you not make it through there?
Yes, I spent nearly a month in Florida
Yeah,
because that
Nice.
was
girl.
yeah, and that was literally right now. Like that was the time, not last year, when I was in Florida, and I have uncle there. So, and he like, it's a wonderful. I'm really lucky like this because I like arrived to my house, and they will be going on holidays, and they will leave me the house for a week. I'm like, thank you, now I can do my work. So, and then of course I didn't do work. I invited all my mates to up and overloaded, and Tim and Marisa. I don't know if you guys know them. They're on a motorcycle as well. They've been on the road for similar time as me, and Greg and Mel. So yeah, like all these peeps are new. So I'm like, okay, now I've got the house. I can host people. So everyone in. So we
Oh,
had
that's
had
awesome.
wonderful fun. And I went to the Keys. Oh, that was
Hmm.
magic,
That's where
right?
Misty's
That's
husband's on
inside
his
out of
way
world.
to right now.
Yep, he's heading down to the Keys with
Oh,
our son to go on a little guy fishing
wow.
trip.
Mhm.
Yep, they're
Perfect.
gonna
And
camp down
that's
there.
just really the perfect time now, right? Mm,
Hmm. Oh yeah,
it's not too hot. Yeah,
yeah, it's beautiful
Mhm.
down there right
yeah,
now. Yep.
for sure.
So, what other states did you like? I know you didn't get to see all of them, but which other states did you enjoy?
I truly enjoy California because it has it all. It's got the ocean, it's got the mountains, it's got off-road, it's got the beautiful forest, it's got the redwoods. Everything is in the state. I enjoyed, like I said, Texas because I just met the crazy people, and I just had the best time in Texas. I really enjoyed Mississippi because I love the blues, and I followed the blues trail, and it was
Hmm.
January. It was freezing. It was like nearly like this in Poland, without the snow. And but despite that, it's not this. Yeah, I didn't go there for the scenery. I didn't go there for. I went there for the music, and if
Nice.
someone is into blues, they have to do Mississippi, and people are so nice and so kind. I had the best experience in Mississippi. So like states has it. I love different states for different reasons, right? Like the
Hmm.
landscape, okay, this one, so for the culture, for the music, for the completely different ones. So what else? I really enjoy Washington, like Washington, and like just that scenery there up there. Montana, Utah, oh my god, Utah, in terms
Hmm.
of riding the deserts, Colorado. I mean, so many favorite places in the States. You
It
have
sounds
it
like you
all.
went to quite a few
Yeah.
of them.
Right?
Yeah,
So,
of course. I went like from Niagara. I went to New York, and then Chicago, and then like around, like all the way to the Keys. Then along around all the border. Like literally went around, went back
hmm.
to Seattle. I mean to Seattle, and then Alaska. Came back, and then through the middle. Now Chili's in
Nice.
Vegas. So no, Nevada was super awesome too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't do that the middle ones, but apparently they're not so interesting.
Where
So
we're
I don't
at.
know. I would like, yeah.
So what you're saying is you didn't come through our state.
You didn't
I
come
mean,
to
not,
the
no,
Midwest.
it's not that they're not interesting. I shouldn't say that. They're not scenic as much, right?
No. Well,
Oh, I
you'd
don't
be
know.
surprised if you came to Northwest Arkansas. I can tell you that.
Arkansas.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Right
You
above
gotta
I
come.
will
Texas.
come back.
You were in Texas.
I have
You,
to leave something for later. You know,
and
That's
then we want
future.
to
I'll
know if
do it.
you're
All what I'm
You
gonna
know.
do. Like I'm gonna return to the States and that. Like I need to leave something for later so I can be excited because there's still something I haven't seen. You know. And
Hmm.
I rather do less, but with quality, than to say, "Oh, I've been to all the states." I'm like, oh.
Mhm.
For me, like like country count. For me, like, yeah, no. I rather take my time and see it, like sort of like experience it, than just keep going just for the mileage and whatever.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
absolutely. Like my
Mm,
husband and I were traveling full time for 6 years, and we still didn't hit every single state and every place we wanted to go. So, I mean,
exactly.
there's a lot to do in the United
Oh,
States just
so
just on its
much.
own.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I reckon like the way I'm traveling, I would need 3 years to actually do it the way I want to do it. 3 years in the
Hmm.
States. But it's
Yeah, I would
expensive.
say that's a good amount of time for that.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to take a quick break because I let the time get away from me.
Ooh.
We have to announce our Lady Overlander of the week for the week, and that our Lady Overlander of the week is Juliana Rose of the Overlander
Oh.
Next Door. Julie travels full time in her FJ Cruiser. She
Mm-hmm.
has been on the road for, I think, almost 2 years now, full time.
Mm-hmm.
And she is a very spirited girl and quirky and lots of fun. I don't know if you've ever had the chance to meet her, Kinga, but
No.
she's a lot of fun. And she
Awesome.
was actually nominated by quite a few people. So we didn't, put up anybody specific that nominated her. We had quite a few people nominate her. So she is our
Mm-hmm.
Lady Overlander of the Week. Congrats, Julie.
Congratulations.
Yay! All right. So if there was one piece of advice that you could pass on to another woman who maybe wants to get into traveling, what would you tell her?
Don't wait, do it. And some actually someone gave me this advice. I've heard that advice on one of the videos on YouTube before I was taking off for my trip. And I'd say that to everyone, and I said that to one presentation as well. Don't listen to people who haven't done similar things, because they're the one who are going to put you down. Listen to people
Hmm.
who've done it, and we've done it. We know it's easy. If I can do it, you can do it. Don't wait. You live once. Do it. I don't know any overlander, any solo traveler, any traveler who would say, I regret doing it. Do you know any? I haven't had any.
I
But
haven't met any yet.
the hardest is to start that decision, to make a decision, to leave your job, to save. We all had money for the start, of course. But when you work it out, do not wait, because so many people can't make that first move because they think they can't do it, or they're not strong enough, or for whatever reasons, right? But don't think that, because so many people are doing it, and they're doing it, and look, we're alive and we're enjoying our life. So don't wait, do it as soon as you can. hmm and if you if
Absolutely.
you if you have doubts, talk to us. Don't listen to people who haven't done it.
Good
That's
advice.
great advice.
Mm,
Absolutely.
thank
All
you.
right. So if people want to find you on social media, how do they find you?
That's right. It's like hold on, I'm pointing. No, wrong way.
Yep.
On her bike.
On her bike.
On her bike.
That
It's all my
happens to
social
Arla and
media.
I all the time. We're like,
Yeah, exactly. Yes, so my YouTube, Instagram, what is it? Facebook, TikTok, everything is on her bike. So yes, please follow, subscribe, comment. You know what to do.
awesome. Renter Off-Road X said, I wish I would have started 20 years ago. Yeah,
Don't we
Never too
all?
late. Never too
I'm
late.
telling you.
I
Absolutely.
I know people on the road in the 70s, so it's never, and they're in great shape because they're traveling. They don't get old. Mm,
Absolutely.
mm.
So we're going to let you go tonight because it's like
So
probably close
late.
to 3 a.m. now. And it's
Yeah.
nighttime for you. And
Thank
we
you.
really, really appreciate you getting up in
Thank you
the
so
middle of the
much.
night to be on the show so much, more than you know.
Thank
So
you so
thank
much for
you.
having me. I dropped few names for you. There's a lot of solo. I know a lot of solo traveling ladies, so I'm sure there'll be in the international, like like abroad ones.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Always nice to mix up, hey, like to bring crowd from abroad. So yeah, I dropped few names for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Perfect.
everyone, for
Mm.
watching tonight. And this will be up on
Mhm.
Spotify and Apple Podcasts tomorrow morning. And so if you want to go
Mhm.
back and listen to it again, you can listen to it in your car ride on the way to work. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.